Hey guys, this is my 1993 Geo Metro, and in this video, we're gonna be...
What's this tough shit?
Oh!
We're not done with the Mustang yet.
Oh. Well, winter is obviously getting closer. For those that live in Michigan, you may know better than most out there. And I need to get this thing roadworthy before I get this thing, get to driving this thing full time. And that's why I have everything to do the brakes on the roof here. And I will bring you in closer so we can, so you can get a better look at it.
I remember when they made these things. You draw them, you put them, have a couple buddies in front, push real hard while you sat inside. And once they got it back far enough, everybody jump in and it would take off. Maybe those were little Matchbox cars. I don't remember.
Oh.
These things got really good gas mileage.
Okay, so this here is a brake caliper hardware kit because I'm going to be rebuilding these calipers. Both sides, the other box fell down. What this is just basically O-rings and seals and other stuff. So use those. And then this here is a full set of front brake pads because, well, I have a full set of pads and rotors, and these things are tiny. Because when I was driving at home, when I stepped on the brake, it would pull hard left. So that means that a caliper is either hung up or one is not working efficiently on one side. So in this video, we're going to fix that by rebuilding those calipers and changing the pads and all that stuff. I didn't have too much issue with the rear brakes, so I'm not going to touch those. Got some high performance stickers on there. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw you on some fast motion. I'm going to jack it up and throw those tires off.
While he's doing that, I'm going to probably put some spark plugs in this thing. We're getting a lot closer.
Yes, we are.
We got the fuel line completed, all the brackets completed for this, the belts are on, ejectors are in. I've got the new painless wiring kit sitting in that box there. Hoping, maybe it's wishful thinking, that maybe in the next few days we're going to hear this thing run.
That'll be nice.
But I wanted to wait on putting the plenum on until we knew that we had everything hooked up and it's ready to start. Because I don't want to pull that back off if there was something I missed. But sorry to interrupt your video, buddy.
All right, let's get started. So we are all set up here. So these rotors, I'd say, are pretty messed up. There are ridges cut into these rotors, almost as deep as the Grand Canyon. So that's, I can tell they've been on here for a few thousand miles. The pad, still got a fair bit of pad left.
What about the inside?
It's alright. I mean, there's still pad on it, but they're just old and worn out and rusty, as you can see. It's the same way over on this side here. These ones are a bit shinier, but yeah, they're still.
Can you catch it with your fingers? You feel it? Well, get close enough. You shouldn't be able to feel the ridges when you rub your fingers across it.
This side's alright, but the other side definitely has quite a few ridges.
Which side do you think was holding?
Definitely this side, the driver's side.
What happens is it creates heat and that can work your brake rotors.
Yeah, I can't exactly turn them because it's in park right now, so. Yeah, so the first step, I believe, is to pull the caliper off, which is held on by, and yeah, it looks like a couple hexes right there. So yeah, I'll get you set up on a camera stand and we'll pull this caliper off. Alright, so got my impact with a 12mm socket on it here, and we're just going to buzz these caliper bolts out. Alright, so Dad has brought to realization to me that I'm going to be taking off this whole caliper assembly to rebuild it anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this brake line off, which is right there. I got a catch pan under it because it's going to start leaking. Okay, I can live with that. And you can pull our brake line out. Wow, there was not a lot of brake fluid in this line. Oh, that's true. Okay, so the line's off now.
Keep that pin there, 'cause it's very different.
And I'm going to pull the other bolt off of the caliper, and then it should be able to just come right off. Get out of the way.
No, like, be prepared. It's no pickaxe, so
Okay. Now the caliper should, in theory, come off. One side, two side, alright, there we go. And dump all of the brake fluid out of it, for the most part. And let me pull this not caliper, but the pad out. Maybe. I'm gonna have to take a C-clamp and compress this piston because I cannot get this pad to come out.
I have to move a lot. Yeah, it's moving.
Ooh.
Sit back down. I don't see any fluid coming out, do you? Because that should be skirting fluid out.
See a couple little drips, but that's about it. That's coming from the line.
That's cool. It moved though. So now you'll be able to blow it out.
All right, there we go.
Before you take the next one,
second pad's out.
Squish it in.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this in paper towel and then set it aside. I'm going to go ahead and change this rotor. Alright, so to pull the rotor off, it looks like that we may have to, I didn't account for this. Well, I know that we're going to have to take these 4 little bolts out here, and then possibly the main bolt, or nut in the center. So I'll have to find a socket for that, but got one for these already. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to pull that one off, unfortunately. So that's gonna be interesting. So I will find a wrench for that. All right, so I found a socket that'll fit this. And that came off pretty good. So, cool. And then this plate possibly should slip off, maybe. If that's separate, which I don't think it is, so. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. So, pull these sliders off so the rotor can get past it here. And then I'll grab a little hammer so we can knock it out. Alright, got a little hammer here. A little washer. Alright, there's the rotor. Thing's rusty. There it goes. Oh. There it goes. Alright. So, guess this is sort of like the hub retainer kind of thing. Just talking to the camera. And then there is our rotor. Yeah, the back side of this thing. Oh, there's some chunks taken out of it right there. And yeah, overall, pretty bad looking rotor. So, I need to grab a new one from the back. So then I can take it out and spray it with some brake cleaner to get that machining oil off of there. And then we'll get that thing thrown back on here. Alrighty, so got that new rotor all cleaned up. Looks much better than the old one did. I would hope it should. So we're just gonna try and set this in there best we can without damaging it. And then we're gonna slip this on here. Oh, it's greasy. Might have to lift up or drop the CV as needed. And wiggle it back on there. Just like that. And then try and line up the holes and start by hand the little screws or bolts that hold the brake rotor on. Switch sockets here. Going a cross pattern here. Cool, and now the new rotor is installed. And we just have to rebuild the caliper for this side and then throw some new pads on it. And that should tie up this side. So I'll take you over to the table and we'll start rebuilding that caliper. Alrighty, so I'm over at the table now. I've torn down the caliper and pulled the piston out and all the seals out. I've already put it through the parts washer, so it's all nice and clean. Cleaned out the little housing there for the piston, and then took some Scotch-Brite to the piston itself. It's a little dirty because my hands are dirty still, but it shined up good. I've got the new seals right here. Not exactly sure what this one is for, but it's a little...
That's a cap for your bleeder.
Oh, it's a bleeder cap. Okay, cool. And then this ring here holds the this one this seal in there somehow. So I need to put this seal back into here. Give it a good coat of brake fluid here. And slip it in. Alright, just like that. That one is installed. And then, take our piston. I'm pretty sure it goes on this way. Alrighty, so it is actually the next day, and we have gotten the seals replaced in the caliper. Now, I'm going to show you how we did that on this one, because there was a lot of figuring out we had to do doing this one, and it wouldn't be great to show it on camera. So yeah, we already pulled the piston out of this one here, and I've got to clean this caliper up and the piston up real quick before I start removing anything else, which I'm probably going to end up removing the inner seal in there before I clean it, so I can get in that orifice there. So then we'll yeah, clean it out, and then I will show you how to install the piston seals.
Alright folks, the pain in the butt is this little rubber going around this little ring, because it's got a groove that ring sits in and presses the rubber to the side. So you have to remember where the split is in the ring, which is right there, and then try to jam it into that back corner without cutting the rubber all the way around. Like that just popped off, so that doesn't help us. Today we started on again. I got one to go in. I'm messing with it like I'm doing now. Trying to get this lip here. That lip is what's got to be pressed inside this groove. And it does not want to be friendly. So close, but so far. Alright folks, after a lot of cursing, complaining, it's in there. So, pack a lunch if you guys decide to do this yourselves. Yeah. Because basically that ring snaps into a slot in here. I think we showed you that. And you've got to somehow get this started in the back. How I got it in was I started in the corner where that separation was. I shoved it in and I rolled it around like this until I finally got this side to pop in, and then it was all wrinkled. So I gently pulled up on the rubber on the back until I got it all equal, and then it finally snapped in. Now to get this in, we're going to have to use some compressed air. And we basically got to burp this to get it around this piston. Because if we shove it in there right now, it's not going to work. So I'm going to take my thumb. And where'd the air spray go? I'm going to gently try to hold this in place while I put air in the back. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to somewhat get one edge close. This is going to want to inflate it. Kind of hard to do without a bench or someone holding it so it doesn't fall. There you go. Also, I'm trying not to pinch my finger in here. right, see how that inflated around there? Now I'm gonna bring this in gently. Try to get lined up with that rubber. The O-ring that's in there. There, now I just felt it slide into that. And ideally, you shouldn't have to put a lot of force to it. There, it just settled in a little bit. Now we're gonna take it over to the bench. Maybe shove it in.
I also put the driver's side caliper and pads on. So yeah.
So I'm gonna first try to get this down a little bit. And hopefully that will go into this slot. So,
all right, now this caliper is ready to go back on.
go, buddy.
All right.
And a word of advice: if you go and blow all these seals out and everything else, get ready to do this, make sure you loosen up your bleeders. This one was so frozen shut that I thought we were gonna break it off, but we got it loose and cleaned it up on the wire wheel, so should be able to bleed the brakes when it's done.
Yep, so I'm gonna go ahead, throw this caliper and pads on, and then we will bring you back for the bleeding process. Okay guys, so we are going to now bleed the brakes because all of the calipers and stuff are back together. So he took out the bleeder for this brake completely, and we need to go over to the other side here.
That one loose? You're loosened up?
Yep, alright, that one's already loosened, so I mean, I guess we don't really need this.
Just want to let some of the fluid run down to this point. I don't know if it's going to do it on its own or if he's going to have to gently pump it.
Probably.
Very tiny master cylinder.
Yeah, alright.
Just, if you do pump it, hold it there because I got to put it back in.
Make sure I'm on the brake pedal. Yep. I'm on the
Right,
floor.
hold it there. I've seen it go down a little bit, and I'll just screw these back in so we can create a siphon.
Yep. I wiped the dash off, so it's a little cleaner. I used some soapy water. Wipe this down too. Yeah, I should probably vacuum the floors.
Get that, Tim?
Yep.
Just snug them real quick.
Alright, so we're done pumping and bleeding and stuff, so.
Make sure you guys, if you're gonna get oil all over the floor like people do from time to time, you should get these pig mats. They will soak up like 100 times their body weight in oil.
Yeah.
Trust me, we all from experience.
Alright, so guess we can put the wheels back on.
I want my wrench back. Make
Yeah.
sure you put the little bleeder caps on.
Yep. So,
There's another one there.
yeah. So, caps right here. Alright, I'm going to get this thing all tied up and we will check you back in for the outro. Alright guys, that concludes today's episode of X2Z Garage. And that is how you change the brakes on a 93 Geo Metro. It applies to other gears. What's Dad doing over here?
Well, noticing that something's off.
Oh.
Problem is you gotta hit that lamp, turn that oil pump.
Return the oil pump?
Well, there's a shaft, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's number one.
Yeah.
And this is where number one should be lined up to. I'm not gonna use this cap, I'm gonna use it one, but
Careful your things you're gonna do it.
so it should be pointing right here at 0. That's it's close. You can adjust it, you know,
Yeah.
till you get it there. You just want to have enough room to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the cap I'm gonna use.
Yep.
Use that.
Because it's blue.
These have a 1 on it.
Yep.
That's where the number 1 should line up. It says locator.
Mhm.
But I gotta pull it back out and lube it. I just wanted to make sure everything's in alignment because I gotta lube the O-ring. And then we can start plugging wires in it.
Alright, well, that is going to be it for the Metro today. Hopefully get it on the road soon. So, yeah. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment on what you thought. It is very encouraged. And yeah, you got anything?
No.
No?
I mean,
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to getting that wiring completed. We still have to put that whole wiring kit in the car.
Yeah.
Right now I was getting the distributor when the bolt broke off in it.
Yeah.
So, new distributor, get the plug wires on it, try to get everything on the top of the motor that needs to be wired before we put the plenum on.
Alright, well.
Hopefully not too much longer this thing will be running.
Yeah. See you next week.